Okay. All right. I'm starting. The amount of times that I've fucking exhaled. Hi, friends. I gotta do a check-in. I have to do a check-in with you, but mostly for me. Because we're fucking pivoting again. But it's a personal pivot. This podcast is staying the same for the most part. But I'm gonna stop drinking. No, I know. And you're like, Ruth, why? Well, because I'm pregnant. I'm just kidding. It's much worse than that. I'm just gonna be sober. I'm just gonna be sober because I realize that I have a problem. I do, and it's not good for me. There was an incident that I drank too much. I blacked out, and I have no recollection of what happened. And I honestly don't want to know. I'd rather have a peace of mind of not knowing. But it was enough for me to be like, I clearly can't control myself. And so I think I need to take control of that problem by not drinking. And I'm so mad about it. Because I always saw myself as, I don't know, not saw myself, but like, I like whiskey. I like drinking beer. I always wanted to be that fucking person that can like just chill with a drink in hand and I'd be fine. You know, I have self-control. But the truth is that I don't. I have ADHD, which, also, people with ADHD tend to have addiction problems because we like kind of follow the feeling. I definitely follow the feeling. Like drinking, I used it I would really only drink with other people. So like in social settings. And I just kind of kept doing that. And of course, the more you drink, you feel more loose and relaxed and you can like chat with other people. I would definitely chat with other people. Ask anybody. I'm the one that fucking talks to strangers and then boom, have new friends on Instagram. And yeah, and I liked that. I liked that feeling a lot. I liked being social. I liked being approachable, I guess, or just not having that fear that I naturally would have, or I guess anxious feeling. And yeah, and then it just kept getting worse. Not getting worse, but another thing with ADHD, I feel like I need to have this oral stimulation. Insert a stupid straight man. I'll give you oral stimulation. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I like to have a beverage or chewing gum or like munching on something or like it's just another form of like stimming, I guess. And whenever I'm just anywhere, I'm listening to a conversation, right? I just fucking quick. Before I know it, my drink is gone. Before I know it, I'm drunk and blacked out. And the first couple of times that it happened, I was like, oh man, I just went too far. But it just kept happening. And yeah, I accept now that I have no self-control. Self-control, don't know her. Because I run off of emotions and feelings. So when I get excited about something, boo, all sense of fucking like rationalization. Is that the fucking word? Whatever. My sense of reasoning out the fucking window. She's gone. And I just go based off of emotions and fun. And I'm like, whatever consequences are going to come after the fact, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out later. And I kept fucking believing that and thinking that because I was having fun. Even the hangovers were gnarly, man. And that's another thing is my health. I have a cardiac issue, I think. I don't know, but something's up with my heart. And I also realized that because I started asking other people. I was like, hey, you know that? Like, do you ever feel your heartbeat like right here? Like okay, so it's like where your chest is, right? Like right where your throat and your chest bone or fucking shoulder, clavicle, I don't know, body. This hole right here under your throat. Do you ever feel your pulse there? I started asking people, and they're like, no. And then I put their finger on mine, because mine is like, it's right there. It's like, bah, bah, bah. You could feel my fucking pulse and my heartbeat right here. And it wasn't until I started like touching other people's like little area, nothing. I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe I do. Maybe there is something wrong with me. And so whenever I would drink and get hungover, my pulse would get so much stronger. So much so that when I was like laying in bed, like my whole body would almost move from the pulsating, the strength of the fucking, oh, yeah. And so my health is one of them because it kept happening. My pulse kept beating really strong and fast, and it started to worry me, especially after that, getting confirmation that I do have like a heart issue. And so it really sucked to die from from drinking. Yeah, so health is another thing. Lack of control. I would love to have control over myself. And then I started to think, I was like, fuck, when was the last time that I've been like completely sober? And I don't think I've been sober from shit for like 4 years. Like I've been smoking weed nonstop and drinking. I don't know, man. I still like don't believe that I'm an alcoholic, but I do have a binging problem. So I think there's no like way to sugarcoat it. I think I just need to fucking cut it from the source, and I'm not gonna drink anymore. Oh man. And I really feel like it had to take that one thing that happened as had it not been that severe, I don't think I would have changed or gotten sober, because again, I was like, whatever, we'll fucking deal with it later. And it wasn't that big of a thing. But no, it just made me feel gross. It made me feel like that's not how I want to represent myself, you know? That's not how I want to live. That's not how I picture the image of me being. And so I decided that I'm going to stop drinking. And it's a fucking bummer because it's fun. And I feel like it's been it's played a huge part of my personality. But maybe it's because I gave it that, you know, I believed that it helped improve my personality. And that's not true. And that is so not true. Like, I did this brain thing, right? And after doing that, I really got an understanding. I got to physically feel what it was like to be present. And I had never been able to feel like that before. And once I got that feeling, I realized, oh, okay, so the key is that I need to be calm. I need to be regulated in order for my brain to like not be in this fight or flight mode and to be able to function properly. And in order for me to like feel comfortable and just have a thought, just have a fucking thought. And, but as I was doing that, I was still smoking, still drinking. And I asked them, I was like, is this going to affect the results of it? And they were like, no, but like, it'd be better if you did it. And I was like, okay. So like, if you don't tell me no, I'm going to keep testing the fucking waters and see how far I could go. And that's exactly what I did. So then I finished the brain thing in January, and I kept doing my substances, which was weed and then drinking. And I wasn't drinking. I don't even know how often I was drinking, but I know it was multiple times a week. So yeah, kept doing that. And I noticed my anxiety start to get up, raise every day. And it was just harder to get out of my head, which was even more frustrating. And and that went on for like probably 2 months. I was telling my therapist that and my psychiatrist that. There was also like other things going on in my life that were contributing to me being like in distress, right? And so then just fucking threw me off the rails. And my psychiatrist she was like, okay, you're still anxious. I hear you. Let's try to put you on some antidepressants. I was like, oh, I don't wanna. That was the one thing I didn't want to fucking do, was be on like 2 meds at once. And especially not fucking antidepressants. Like all the side effects that they have. Do you know one of them? God, some of the side effects were fucking Oh, the ones that stuck out to me were weight gain, you could like develop psychosis or some shit, and low libido, low sex drive. Listen, I hear people have suicidal thoughts when they're on antidepressants. And if I fucking gain weight and can't have an orgasm, I think I'd off myself too. So I was like, no, not doing it, not doing it. But then one fucking day, I was so frustrated with my thoughts and myself and everything. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna take half of this antidepressant and see how it goes. And it did not feel good. Let me tell you, an hour kicked in and my fucking body got hot. My stomach started hurting. It felt really drowsy and like, oh, that shit fucked me up. I did not feel present at all. And I was like, nope, 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 not going down this route. And then it hit me. Why am I trying to add all of these solutions when I haven't even tried to take away some of the things that are causing the fucking problem? Number one, smoking weed. I admire the people who say they're productive and that they get calm when they smoke weed, because bitch, I am not one of them. I get so fucking anxious and in my head. I realized it the other day. Not that I realized it the other day. I've always known this, but I've always been in denial. When I go out and do some chores and do some shit, and I like want to be a little high as I'm doing it because it's an activity that I'm going to be bored in. And so I'd rather my head be somewhere else. But the moment I get high, I feel so small and I don't want to be like seen or perceived. I feel like the world is looking at me. I get so paranoid. I don't want to do anything anymore except go home and be in a fucking cave. It literally gives me anxiety. And here I am fucking thinking about taking shit to take away the anxiety just because I want to still smoke weed. And it's like, fuck, Ruth. Grow the fuck up. Like, take some fucking control. Be realistic about what's happening in your fucking life, what you're doing, what you're consuming. And yeah, so weed for the moment. I'm going to stop smoking weed. Drinking. Again, it was the health issues. It was the lack of self-control, putting myself in danger and others. And also wasting so much fucking money on it. And for what, dude? Like, I've told so many people, not so many people, but like my core people, that I'm going to stop drinking and, oh, I'm going to cry. Everyone telling me that they're like so proud of me. Like, this is the greatest thing that I could do for myself. And I don't know why it makes me emotional, but it just feels nice to know that I have this support. But I guess it makes me sad because I know I've been doing this to myself for a long time and I've just been in denial. I've really been like numbing myself out. Because I'm bored. Because I'm uncomfortable. Again, social settings, it's like I think back to when I even started doing anything, like even smoking weed and shit in high school. And it was just to like be a part of the crowd, to be accepted by my peers because that's what they were doing. And I didn't have to do anything else. All I would have to do was like partake in the things and then we're all just hanging out there. So it was kind of like a given that this was a way for me to bond with my fucking friends and shit. And I kind of took that along for the ride, the whole ride. And I just wanted to be better at it, which is probably why I went for high percentage beers and just straight whiskey and alcohol. And yeah, it was just to mask the fact that I am deeply uncomfortable in social settings, which a lot of people find surprising because I'm a fucking bubbly, outgoing person. But the truth is like with my ADHD, my attention span is really short. So if you're like talking to me about something, oh, my brain is mostly consumed with like trying to make the right eye contact, trying to respond at the points where I think I need to respond while also listening and then trying to comprehend what you're telling me. There's a lot going on as I'm talking to somebody, and it sucks because I feel bad, and all I want to do is like run away. And so yeah. Now I understand that I have to fucking sit in the discomfort, and I have to feel everything. I have to feel everything. I have to feel boredom. I have to feel tired. I have to feel anxious if I'm in a group setting. I have to feel it all. I can't just keep fucking running away from these things, because if it goes unchecked, it's just going to keep getting worse. And it has been. It has been. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be really fucking hard. I mean, my show was based off of, not based off of, but like one of the main things was like, hey, what do you want to drink? Let's have a drink together. But now I really need to like redefine how I look at social gatherings, or even hanging out with any activity, really. Because if somebody says, hey, let's hang out, my first thing would be like, right, cool. You want to go to the brewery? You want to go to a bar? You want to... That was always my go-to. And now what the fuck am I? And it's not like, now what am I going to do? But it's like, I guess I could have fun and be creative with what I can do now, what I can do with my time. That was another thing. From the moment I woke up, if I didn't know what I was doing that day, I'd be like, oh, at least I can like get a little stoned and figure it out later. Nope, there goes my whole day, being stoned, taking a nap, or maybe getting some food or something, or even getting a little buzz off of something, anything. Yeah, so like talking about it out loud and thinking about how I'm going to be cutting it out of my life made me realize how much my life and comfort level had revolved around it. And I'm so much fucking more than that. We are all more than just drinking. Because, like, yeah, what the fuck? If I don't have drinking, then what am I? Bitch, a lot. We're a lot. We could do a lot. We could talk about a lot. And it's just that we have to sit through that uncomfortable period, which is only going to be for a little bit. Like, even right now, I was nervous about talking or just being around, because I thought my brain would be like shut off and I'd run out of things to say, or I wouldn't be able to like or like say a complete sentence or anything. But I've been slowing down. I haven't been feeling sad. I'm actually pretty awake. It's been hard to fucking sleep. That could also be because I'm fucking downing a ridiculous amount of caffeine, because it's all I fucking have right now. But I've been downing a ridiculous amount of caffeine, and just to like wrap my head around this. And I don't want to look at this as if I'm like gonna be sober, because this is a soft sober, keep in mind, okay? I'm gonna be taking shrooms probably from time to time. Weed will come back into my life at some point, or maybe it won't. I don't know. And I don't know how long this like sobriety thing is gonna last, but I just know for now I need a fucking break. I need a fucking break, because I need clarity in my life. I'm so clouded. I'm really foggy in this bitch. And I need to see where I am. I need to see who's around me, and I need to see what I'm doing. So I am so excited. So fucking excited to just be here, to be present. And presence takes fucking practice. And I can't be drunk or high if I'm fucking doing it. So, yeah. I just had to let that out, because it's been bumming me out lately. I've just been having this like cloudy feeling over my fucking head. And yeah, I've been in a funk. It almost feels like I'm on acid, because now it's just like everything is in front of me. It's lucid. It's vivid. And yeah. Oh. So that's all I got. That's all I wanted to share with you. And I had to get it off my chest, because it's been running through my mind. And yeah, just take care of yourself. I'm trying to take care of myself. Yeah. Don't invite me to go out drinking because I might say yes. But I'm just kidding. That's not your responsibility. It's mine. This thing is so... It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. Okay. That's all. Just had to do a little rant. I will see you guys on Tuesday for a new episode. And yeah, I love you. Oh, and that episode, way before the sobriety thing. So if I'm drinking a beer, don't give me shit. All right. I love you. Bye.